What is up? So, I have a problem. Let me actually start this up. I have a problem, and the problem is that I have been doing this for roughly 6 hours. I start my splits. There we go. I've been doing this for a long time. Is my problem. It's been 6 hours, and I was going to stream today, but one of my friends started up a Minecraft server, and then I decided that I wanted to get an enchanted golden apple. And now I'm 25,000 blocks out away from spawn. So this is the predicament we're in. Actually, I think I'm going to move you here so that you can see the F3. So this is the predicament. I really want to get that enchanted golden apple. I want it. Oh. And I've been doing this for 6 hours already, so I'm sorry I'm tired. I realized that I hadn't eaten, so I decided to eat, and then I got this stream set up, and this is pretty much where we're at. And I put a 24-hour limit on it because I don't want to be here forever. I've been stuck in these taiga biomes for ages. I also have YouTube up because I was just watching it in the background, and I don't really care about if this VOD gets like copyrighted or whatever. What I'm saying is feel free to whatever videos we end up watching, but I am going to be watching videos because I want to be able to stay awake because it's decently late where I am. Oh, am I gonna have to restart this stream? I might have to. Whatever. I'm sure I won't miss any chat messages. I forgot to turn off my VPN before starting stream. It's always one thing, you know? It's always something. Alright. Well, I'm interested in Alex Myers.
Well, looks like it's time once again for another exciting episode of
Allegedly Roland, watching a kid's show.
You know, Spy Kids is one of those franchises that is just so utterly baffling. Like, how do these movies even exist? I mean, the first one I get, you know, it's very silly, but perfectly watchable. I mean, it's fine. But then all of the other ones is just, like, I mean, Robert Rodriguez has the longest Hollywood leash of all time. There's some executive somewhere who's just saying yes to anything this guy wants to do. Case in point, Spy Kids 4, all the time in the world. The movie came out in 2011, which is 8 years after Spy Kids 3. You know, we talk a lot about sequels and remakes nowadays, but this franchise has been rebooted twice now, if you include the most recent attempt at making the most bizarre kids movie. Now, I've made videos about every Spy Kids movie except this one, so at this point I'm completely numb to anything you can throw at me, Mr. Rodriguez. Do your worst, I'm ready for it. But before that, really quick, this video is brought to you by Honkai Star Rail. Honkai Star Rail 2.0 is out, everybody. The game's bigger and better than like the down below TU code, so you get a bunch of. The movie starts out with one of our main characters, Marissa, played by Jessica Alba, of all people.
Yeah, you should be able to see the title.
Agent Cortez, this is Danger Diablo. Give me a status
If you
update.
squint really hard.
Visual ID has been made.
I'm sure I've asked this before, but how do these movies always get the biggest names in Hollywood to be in them? What kind of dirt do you have on these people? Anyway, so she's currently in the middle of chasing down the super evil villain man.
Subject known as TikTok.
And his superpower is convincing suburban moms that you can cure COVID by putting onions in your
I don't
socks.
know if I ever ended up watching Spy Kids
TikTok has a
4.
stolen OSS mini disc and is on the move.
Sorry, I can't hang around.
Really what we're looking
I'm
for
coming with
is
a
a
13.
desert
On-site arrival in 4 minutes.
We don't have 4 minutes.
because we
4
want
minutes is a
desert
perfectly respectable amount of
temples.
time for things and stuff.
But
so
we
she
will
chases him
also
down
be
and beats up his
checking
henchman, and
through
turns out she's
portal.
actually been doing this the whole time while being preggo.
Congratulations.
Wonderful green screen work there.
What? This is a heck of a scene right here. Now, in this Spy Kids movie, Marissa here is the only one who's a spy, and the rest of the family has no idea. And more than that, she's also the new stepmom to these two kids. Rebecca, oh wait, that's the girl from Girl Meets World! And her brother Cecil, because she just recently married their dad, Joe McHale. 2011, the height of community popularity, and this is what he was doing? What kind of blackmail scheme is going on here? Anyway, so right after she beats up the TikTok guy, it's baby time.
Just must have lost track of time.
Here you go. Whoa. Jeez, guys. From this point on, everything will be different.
In a good way, right?
Yeah. And you'll have a new baby sister in 5, 4, 3, 2.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's not how babies work. Like in movies and TV shows, having a baby's always like, ow, my water broke. And then like 4 seconds later. But everyone I've ever talked to who's had a baby is like, I was in labor for 34 hours. But anyway, then we flash ahead 1 year. Marissa has left the OSS to be a stay-at-home mom and take care of Le bébé. And the dad's trying to make his own reality TV show about hunting spies, of all things.
Morning, little spy hunters.
Dad!
Hey, do you remember our 5-year plan? If my show does well, then I'll have all the time in the world.
Oh, I said the name of the movie in the movie! Well, hey, my bad. I didn't
Wow.
realize I was watching a cinematic
No
masterpiece
way.
over here. Now, while all of this is going on, the dad starts noticing something a little strange.
Do you have time to eat breakfast with us?
I sure do. No, I don't.
I swear I had an extra 5 minutes.
Oh no.
Just a few minutes ago. Where'd the time go?
Hey, man, trust me, I get it. You wake up, you do a couple morning chores, walk the dog, and how is it 3 p.m. already? Now, as you might imagine,
True,
given
that's what
kind of
happened
movie
to
this is,
me
Rebecca and
for the
Cecil
past
over
6
here,
hours
well,
of
really
my
just Rebecca
life.
mainly, but they're not
I
too
don't know
fond of
what
their new
happened to
stepmom.
it.
You know how it is. But like, quick aside here, okay? Imagine divorcing someone, and then the next person they date is Jessica Alba, you know? And you're just like, well, guess I'm just gonna go walk into the ocean now. But anyway, yeah, Rebecca's not having any of this stepmom nonsense, I'll tell you that right now.
I've tried so hard to connect with her, but she just hates me.
No, she doesn't hate you.
She
Like
totally
this.
hates me.
No, she doesn't. Maybe a little.
She's keeping something from us.
You don't think she's really an interior decorator?
Well, look at this place. She's obviously evil.
She must be
I
evil.
see
This
Sam.
orange against this shade of fuchsia? Come on, I know a serial
Ooh,
killer
is
when I
that-
see one.
is that
However, to
potent?
Marissa's
No,
credit,
it's
you know,
not
she's trying to
accessory.
get along with the kids and be a good stepmom who's not trying to replace their old mom, who's dead now, I think. Oh, they're like Disney princesses.
I was going through the basement and I found some things that I thought
I know that
you
the
might
shipwreck
wanna
can't
have.
contain, you know? But I want to check it anyways, because
Wait.
I've seen
This
a
Joe
couple
McHale
times
dad
in
guy, he
Dun
was
Dun.
married to this
And this
woman,
is a
and then he
server
moves
that I'm
on to
playing on
Jessica
Planet,
Alba. I hope he
so-
get hit by a bus. Oh, also, she gives Rebecca this
We'll
cool
check.
necklace thing, because it's cool. But then, right after this, the movie finally gets going.
What is that smell? Oh, did the baby spit up on you again?
In breaking news,
Something like that.
our worst fears have been confirmed.
Shrek 5 is indeed in development.
According to scientists, there are now literally less hours in the day. Experts are divided on what's causing this phenomenon, although one man has claimed credit.
I find you all guilty of wasting time. Project Armageddon has been activated.
So we find out that the TikTok guy from earlier is actually working for this guy called the Timekeeper. And their sinister master plan is to speed up time until the world ends, I assume. They're speeding up time, and that's bad or something.
Time waits for no man but me.
That one little rock is the only element that can
Do I
stop
have
the
a shovel?
Armageddon device.
To find the Chrono Sapphire, no one will be able to stop us.
You know, every Spy Kids movie has the same plot point of like, hey, look at this incredibly dangerous, important MacGuffin thing. Well, here you go, 9-year-old kid, take this for no particular reason. But the timekeeper is trying to get the stone in the necklace, so Marissa kinda sorta needs it back, which goes over well.
Had that necklace from last night?
Yeah? Why?
I was just wondering if maybe I could, maybe I can have it back?
You want the necklace back? I get it. You can't trust me with it. What happened to this necklace is so special and so are you? Am I supposed to pretend that you really meant that?
Jeez, Rebecca, what is your problem here? Hey, Rebecca, do you think maybe I could kinda sorta have the necklace back for just like 2 minutes? Oh, yeah, well, I hope when you're scrolling through social media one day, you see someone your own age who's more talented and successful than you, and it bothers you every day for like a week. So Rebecca gives her the necklace back, except it's not the necklace, it's full of baby food. Classic YouTube prank. And then the OSS director guy's like, actually, we don't need the necklace. Never mind, forget about it.
Baby food.
I'm sorry. My stepdaughter is a little upset. She has a necklace. I can get it back.
Chrono Sapphire can wait. Your old pally TikTok has just been made, and you're the only one that can scoop him up. Pop the clutch, you're back on the clock.
So Marissa's back on the force, but just as she goes off to do whatever she does, Rebecca and Cecil are sitting at home with the dog, and what do you know? A bunch of henchmen ne'er-do-wells show up, and the kids have to escape into a secret underground bunker inside the fireplace?
Identity match. Please enter the panic rooms now. Enter the panic room now.
Yeah, let's go.
And that's when they finally learn the truth about their mom and their weird dog.
I am a spy. Argonaut is an advanced robotic guardian operative designed to protect you.
I still think this is a prank.
This is not a prank.
Oh no, not again. The dog's talking now, and it's Ricky Gervais, of all people.
A small, handsome dog
We love it
talking
when
with an
the
English
dogs are
accent, like
talking.
James Bond.
Next thing you know, the dog's gonna be like, oh, are you offended? I don't care, I'm an atheist. Are you offended? But trust me, I mean, like, I barely survived the goat from Wish, and this Ricky Gervais dog is just, I mean, he's on a whole other level.
I've been assigned to protect you, so give me 5. That's what cool people say, isn't it? Anyway, let's shake hands.
The jet luges will take you to OSS headquarters.
And sit. Do you get it? It's what humans usually say to dogs.
Ow. I sighed so hard I pulled a muscle. Anyway, so long story short, the kids and dog jump into these like supersonic jetpacks and fly off to the OSS while being chased by the time clock dude guys.
Am I hallucinating? Thought that tree was a ruined portal.
Well, how small is it?
Hey, whoa, it's about the motion of the ocean, okay? Now, like I said, I've made videos about 4 Spy Kids movies already, okay? I thought I was invincible at this point, but this chase scene right here, like, I'm not even gonna show it for your sake, but how they escape the bad guys here is Cecil gets motion sick and throws up into barf bags, and then throws the barf bags at the bad guys.
How long can I go without finding a desert again?
This is the most horrible thing I've ever seen in any movie
I want
The kid throws
desert.
up like 8 times and splatters it all over and everything, and it
We're
just...
gonna stay or try to
What the
stay
heck
close
is
to
wrong
this
with you,
one
Mr.
bomb.
Rodriguez? Anyway, so the kids finally end up landing at the OSS
On
headquarters.
the off chance that maybe it connects to a
Welcome
desert.
to the OSS. Who are you?
It did
Carmen
not
Cortez.
connect
Oh my
to
goodness,
a
is that
desert.
Carmen Cortez from the old Spy Kids movies? Huh, this really is Spy Kids 4. I just called it that for SEO reasons. Also, may I just say, Carmen sure is gonna... Wait, hold on. Yeah, okay. Carmen over here is... I mean... Anyway, so Carmen gives Rebecca and Cecil a tour of the OSS headquarters, and we find out that the Spy Kids division of the OSS was disbanded years ago due to budget cuts.
Funny
and so, like,
joke,
all the
haha.
old spy gear from the first 3 movies is just sitting there in storage. Like the third braid. Remember that thing that could mind control all the superhuman robot kids around the world? And, like, their dad dedicated years of his life to building it or whatever? It's just sitting there. No big deal. So then, Carmen takes them to this waiting room place, and here we get just the most unhinged nightmare scene.
Keep them.
Now, eventually, they get tired of waiting around doing nothing, and they start thinking about how Carmen and her brother Junie were spies when they were kids.
Who's that?
Me and my brother Junie. We were the first and last of the Spy Kids program.
Check our
Where
stats
is
and
he?
we're done.
We shall not speak of him.
Mysterious vague response.
After learning all of this, Rebecca and Cecil decide that they can, like, totally
a
be
bad
spies
guy.
too. You know, I mean, how hard could it be? All you gotta do is
I don't
just
know.
escape from trained assassins by
Sounds
using
like
your cool
he's the
robot
bad
dog.
guy.
We'll never outrun them!
Yes, we will. Pull my tail. Butt bombs.
Okay.
And then you just gotta sneak into the secret teleporter room, obviously, duh.
This is the telematic organism oscillation transporter, otherwise known as TOOT.
Is Robert Rodriguez actually just like 3 7-year-olds in a trench coat and a cowboy hat? Anyway, so after cracking the uncrackably mysterious villain code that no one else could figure out,
They've intercepted several coded messages as to the timekeeper's location, but no one's been able to crack the code.
It's not a code.
Desert.
It's an anagram.
I've
Drop all the
ran
numbers,
through
switch
so
all the
many
letters around, and it
places.
spells something else.
be sure to
Desert.
drink your Ovaltine? Then Cecil just reprograms the teleporter ray to take them right to the Timekeeper's
So
secret
many
headquarters.
thousands of blocks.
Can you believe this kid's movie might not be 100% logical? Or make any sense at all?
Are you sure this is the place?
Let's think. He's called the Timekeeper. This is a room full of clocks.
Nah, let's check out that cheese shop across the road.
Okay, alright, I'll admit, that was kind of funny. Now, they find a secret elevator and head down to the secret villain lair place, which turns out is actually a giant clock of death.
It's a giant clock.
No, it's a giant death trap.
That's the hour hand. The minute hand. That's probably the cut you in half hand.
Now,
We are
this
just
movie's like
kinda
barely watchable. But to be
chilling.
fair, I think the design of this clock puzzle death trap thing is actually kind of cool. I mean, like this part, the henchmen, the main villains, like this movie is so anime. You know what I mean? Anyway, so they make their way through the clock and somehow survive all the dog's endless wisecracks, and they find a computer that tells them some important backstory.
We almost got cut in half for a computer.
Project Armageddon test footage 1936. Cronus Sapphire discovered to be the only known element able to stop the Armageddon device.
You see, in 1936, these scientists were working on time travel, and they used the stone from the necklace to do something, and therefore it's important. The end. But then, of course, what do you know? They get caught by TikTok and taken to the Timekeeper, but then what do you know again? Marissa and Carmen show up out of nowhere, because they've just been standing there the whole time, I guess. And so they proceed to beat up the bad guys.
Sorry.
I'm not that desperate.
Okay, do it again.
Although I am running out of food, I'm not that desperate. I will never be that
I don't
desperate.
even, like... How am I supposed to keep watching this movie? Nothing will ever top it. And so they managed to beat... I'm sorry, what is this? So they beat up the henchmen and managed to escape, but not before the bad guys take the necklace from Rebecca. So now they have the Chrono Sapphire, but they still need something called the Armageddon device, which is currently being held by the OSS.
Back in the day, this contraption almost caused the end of the world as we know it. That's why the OSS shut the experiment down and placed the device in level 13 lockdown. The fate of the world is on the line here. That's why I'm calling upon...
Wait, Junie's in this movie too? I take back everything I've said. Spy
He's
Kids
back.
4, 23%? Ha! More like 23 billion 100%. Now, just to summarize what
Look
happens
at
here,
him.
Carmen, Marissa, and Junie sneak back into the Timekeeper's lair, and by sneak I mean they just walk right in, while Rebecca and Cecil just have to sit around doing nothing. But that's when the truth finally comes out about what's really been going on the whole time.
Danger Diamo, director of the OSS. I wanted to commend you on your brave service.
Wowee.
Nice watch.
Thanks.
Danger D.
Yeah.
Did you know your name is an anagram? Switch the letters of your name around, and it spells...
Of course. Of course it is. I don't know what it is about Robert Rodriguez and just being
Wow.
obsessed with anagrams. Like, he puts them in every movie.
President Neil Anami. Spell Neil Anami backwards, and you have... I'm an alien.
wait a minute, if you delete these letters, rearrange the other ones, and then add like 7 more, it says Bush did 9/11? Anyway, so yeah, turns out the OSS director dude is actually the bad guy, which is also the plot twist of every other Spy Kids movie. Anyway, so then the director guy destroys the door opening keypad thing, but then he just like opens the door and walks out anyway. So the director guy uses his time magic stuff to freeze every OSS agent in like a time bubble, so he can just head on down to the basement and get the Armageddon device. But Junie is not part of the OSS technically, and oh yeah, wait a second, neither are Rebecca and Cecil. Oh, the Spy Kids are back!
Attention Spy Kids, you have been activated.
Is he talking to us?
At this very moment, the Timekeeper is taking over OSS headquarters. Your time has come to save the world.
And so this brings us to the end of the movie, where Junie manages to unfreeze Marissa and Carmen by taking apart their OSS badges. Blast it all, if only you'd thought of that, Mr. Timekeeper. And then the two kids get caught on purpose so they can try to steal back the necklace from the Timekeeper
Hooray,
OSS
we made
director
it to
guy. And finally,
30,000
we get the true,
blocks.
actually,
Everyone
for
clap.
reals backstory of the movie.
The Armageddon device was not meant to end the world or stop time. It was meant to travel back in time.
The Wells experiment was an early attempt at time travel. That's me before the accident. It trapped me in time for so many years I almost lost count.
Yeah, so it turns out this guy is actually from 1936, and his dad was the one doing the time travel experiments. But something went wrong, and he, as a child, got frozen in time for like 50 years or whatever. And he had to watch his dad grow old and die right in front of him, but never actually be able to spend any time with him.
My father spent his entire life trying to set me free. I watched him grow old.
Womp
And
womp.
eventually die.
So his master plan was to combine the machine with the stone so then he could go back in time and hang out with his dad. But turns out there's yet another plot twist.
You've tried this before and failed. And my guess is that you've already gone back in time a lot.
Okay, how does this kid know, like, literally everything all the time? I'm calling shenanigans here. But, you know, to be fair, I do think that this is kind of a cool plot twist to have where, like, turns out all these guys are actually just failed time travel versions of himself. Every Spy Kids movie has one part that's, like, really interesting and weirdly profound, you know, but then it's surrounded by just the worst everything else you've ever seen.
True. So real in face.
think God stays in heaven because he too lives in fear of what he's created?
But all the same, in the end, the bad guy wins, I guess, and he activates the machine, goes back in time, hangs out with his dad, and then he comes back 2 seconds later as an old man.
I tried. My father still died. No matter what I tried to do to save him.
Duh.
So, like, what exactly is the point of any of these main characters doing anything in this movie then? Like, the bad guy wants to go back in time to hang out with his dad, and then he does that, comes back, and then just leaves. Like, what is the point of anything in this movie? If they'd given him the necklace back at the beginning of the movie, the ending would still be exactly the same. This all could have been over in 5 minutes. So, yeah. That's Spy Kids 4. I don't even know what to say, honestly. like I think the movie could best be summarized with this scene right here.
Spy Kids. Spy Dog. Spy Baby.
Yep. Hey everybody, thanks for watching this video. If you liked it, please watch another one. 'Cause that's how the algorithm works. So click on this one that's being recommended to you right now, right here on the screen. It actually helps a lot if you do that, because like that's how YouTube knows that my videos are worth caring about.
We are, especially because it's day. We're gonna look for one. This Markiplier's buckshot roulette.
Oh, I see. Oh. Hi. It's been recording this whole time. Welcome back to Buckshot Roulette. You remember how last time I asked if there was a hard mode? Well, there is. It's actually called Double or Nothing mode. But since I was, I think, good at this game, I'm gonna try this again, and I'm gonna try the hard mode. Because it worked out nicely for me before, so I don't see how it could go wrong now. There's also a few other things that I think are part of this, but the hard mode is this. Remember how I saw the pills there before? Whoa. Sure. Always a good idea to take some random pills that you see. In a club bathroom. Alright, whatever. We got buckshot to book. We got shot to book. Hi. Hello. Man, your face is unsettling. You got it. I heard there was an Easter egg. If I do that. Nice. Alright.
So far away.
No. Maybe not. Wait a minute, but I don't want my name to be Devil. That's dumb.
Does this ocean have an end?
That's dumb. Oh. Why aren't you talking to me? Oh, let's see what happens. I'm gonna hold on. I just want to, you know, give it a little bit up. Hi, welcome back to Buckshot Roulette. Remember last time when I said if there was hi, welcome back to Buckshot Roulette. We're gonna take some pills. Okay, so this is double or nothing mode, and I'm not gonna be called the devil, cause that would be dumb. Who would do that? So. Probably not any Easter eggs with the names. Or who was there? Did someone lie to me? I don't even know. Well, that's unhelpful. Okay, yeah. Oh, I get more? That doesn't seem right. Wait a minute, that's a little different than my memory doth say. I wasn't looking at the shells. Alright, let's see what happens. Take one of these! Alright. Well, that's what you get. You know, it's a shame that happens to your face so early. You were just so delightful. Otherwise. Uh-huh. You know, I half expected that to go off.
Do we get the God Apple now?
The
Take
frick?
your bet. If there's a chest, it's like a 1.8% chance.
What? You know, I don't 100% understand what was going on there, but hey, you know, it's fine, I guess. Alright, it's a dud. Hey! Look over me! And now, look over you! Wow, that is a lot of blood.
Cringe.
Dash me, baby! So, I don't know what double or nothing really means, if that can go on endlessly. Oh, that's it? That's it? You know, if luck's on my side, then this could be over real quick. I've got my fingers crossed. Hi. Oh! Hey. Hey, yeah! Alright, oh yeah, that happens, that's fine. Man, I think this might be the fastest anyone's ever gotten to round 3. You know, if I was a speedrunner, I'd be doing really
Getting
good right
close
now.
to 35.
Hey, brewski! Oh, I see. I like those odds. Wait a minute. Why do you get a knife and I get a beer? Let's see what happens. All right, the odds are in my favor. Let's see what happens. Hiya! Ooh! All right, well, I got a long way to go.
Very cool.
Yeah, I knew you were gonna do that. But the question is, what are you gonna do after that? Try me! All right, well, fine then. 2 can play at that game. What are the odds that there's one of these and one of this? Also, how can I climb back from this? So there's been 2. 1, 2, buckle my shoe.
So very tired.
Haha. All right, now watch one of these, because it's about to get real spicy. All up in your nose. That's what I'm talking about. So what are you gonna do? Huh? Fool?
Y'all watch the solo leveling episode today?
And that's it for that.
I know it
What do we
stayed
got more?
accurate to the manga.
So how many items do I get this time?
Or the manhwa.
Oh, it must be. Oh. Well, that's not good.
I still felt like it
not
was
good.
kinda...
All right.
It felt like
So
an
this is where the
episode that could
conundrums kick
mostly
in,
be
right?
skipped.
Because I don't know. It's 50-50. It's been 50-50 this whole time. I'm assuming the pill mode is like hard mode. So it's really just a roll of the dice and how hefty your sack is in this particular day. My sack's real hefty. I mean, it doesn't matter if I do this now or later. But what I
think
need
you
to do is I need to
can
make
get
sure
them and the God
that I save my
apples
item for later. Because watch one of these.
A warden area.
I bet you thought this was gonna kablooey my nog! Didn't. So we've tried our luck. We've put the odds a little more in the favor. Let's just see what happens. Hi. Oh! Alright, so you, yeah, I knew that was gonna happen. No, that was obvious. And I knew that was gonna happen. That was obvious. Interesting. Well, I don't know what the wisdom of his maneuvers are, because it doesn't seem like they're very wisdomated.
I actually do. I watched a
Okay,
video
see,
on it.
I feel like if you
When he doesn't know
you
what
point
the
it at
round
yourself,
is,
all
unless
right.
it's the last round, he picks a random whether or not to shoot himself. Or
All right, now I gotta make sure I got this. Oh, good thing I
He
made
doesn't keep
sure.
track of bullets at all.
Excuse me.
He also
Look over
uses
my
items
shoulder.
immediately every single time if they're capable of being used.
Made you look.
And he uses them in a random order, for the most part. Pretty sure it's the order he gets them in.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Double or nothing. I think yes. Give me some of that money. I'm ready for more. Oh, you gotta go all the way around again. Yeah, it's fine. I could do that. Yes. Hey, why does he get some? All right. Okay, I got my strategy. Take one of these. I'm not going to use the handcuff right off the bat because I knew that was going to happen. Well, I didn't know that was going to happen, but I had a good feeling about that's going to happen. That's the same as knowing. So he's
mostly
going to do
worth it
that.
to shoot the
But the
dealer.
thing is, there's now 3 blanks in there. It puts me in a better perspective. I would have loved for that to occur then. You better not. Oh, you better not. All right, if he gets lucky. Yeah, I know. Oh, man. See, that's not cool, man. That bird blast you. God damn it, you lucky son of a bitch.
He really chose to shoot himself in Warfare, didn't he?
Didn't even need the handcuffs. Do I get to keep them? I feel like I should be able to keep those. If I rationed my goodies. See, that's not fair. Anyway, I knew that his hubris would get to him, so. Speaking of hubris. It's the first time it's been a different number. Alright, well, I better smoke these up because this is gonna get dicey. I don't know if these go over the number. Oh, crap! Well, he can basically finish me off in one go, so I don't know how that's gonna go if I can't go over. Bibbidi bobbidi boo, bibbidi bobbidi boo. Okay, here's what we do. This is what I should have done. Man, I had the cigarettes there. I should have saved them. All right, whatever.
So tired.
Keep those. So honorable. All right, so this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna do this. Oh, that's unfortunate. That's really unfortunate. Yeah, I know. Well, it's not gonna. Hold on, just hold on. Okay, so yeah, I don't think that should have counted. You see how I don't think that should have counted, right? So what's unfortunate now is that there's 2 lives and 4 blanks, which is truly unfortunate because now his handcuffs are not in play. I misplayed this a bit, but I know when I'm doing good. Trust me, this is the right strat. This is the right strategy. Trust me on this one, because here's the thing. Here's what I'm gonna do. You trusting me on this one? Oh shit. Wait a minute. See, okay, that ain't fair. Oh! 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 Waste your shit! Waste it! Oh man, I can't believe that worked. Because I just needed to get out of that item environment. There's nothing left in there. Alright, so I may have flubbed it last time, but this time, I've got this.
Magnifying glass.
Fascinating. That's a lot of those. Interesting. So what I need to do is I just need to make him not have that. Yep. Okay, blank. Alright. Just gonna do it again. Damn, I was hoping it would be the other way around, but this is fine. Around again! You know, you get real hesitant. God damn. What? Damn! Damn! Interesting. Alright, I just need him to get gone. Yep. Because otherwise he's gonna handcuff me to hell and back. I gotta get... Okay. So what I need to do is I need to check. Because now there's 2 reds, 1 blank. So if I look in and it's a blank, rack it, cut it, it's a blank. Good thing I did that. Rack it.
Hey, we hit 35K somewhere along the way.
Cut it.
Let's go.
And boom, it's game.
We love that for us.
This one went on a little bit longer, you prick, but take one of these.
We're gonna run this way for a bit. Hopes that we can find a desert.
I win. I win. I win. All right, come on. Come on, let's see this. Come on. We're still going, baby. We're still going. Ooh, interesting. Nice. Okay, 3. Okay, even Stevens. Alright. It would be really good if the first one was blank, but if it's not and I hit myself and he gets another one, then it's not really good for me. No matter what, I need to hit him once and then definitely with the knife. This is the right move. Because if it's not, no matter, okay, it's a blank. I should have counted on that. Whoops! Oh god. Rip. Oh, thank goodness. This guy is bold. He's bold. He's not smart, but he's certainly bold.
Come on,
it was 2 blanks
desert?
and alive. So, depending on what this says... So it's a blank. So I just need to... So that means that's the last of the blanks. It's game over. Huh. This guy, you know...
Give me my desert.
Yeah. 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 Oh yeah. All right. Take one of these. Wait, what? Hold the phone. Wait.
Yo, village.
He racked it. My first one was a blank. He racked it. And that was a blank. And then he shot himself. He drank a beer, racked it, shot himself. That was not a blank. I looked in, it was a blank. It was 3 and 3. What? Did I miscount somewhere? It's 3 and 3. It was pretty much exactly like that there. Yeah, whatever. Well, this isn't gonna go well for me. Let's see what I lose out.
I'll pick up a stack of
Damn
bread.
it!
That would be enough to keep us going for a while.
Don't be 2 in a row. Thank goodness. Alright, let's just hope for the best. I swear, wasn't it just 3?
Look, another cherry blossom biome.
Oh, did I do the thing where... Did I look at it?
Like
No, I didn't look at it. It was a shotgun. Or it was a beer. Well, this is bad. I think I'm doomed there. I swear that that's what that was. Oh boy, well, this is not gonna be good. Oh, never mind. That's very confusing. And also, I was not counting here, so I don't remember it because I was so flabbergasted about what occurred before that I've kind of forgotten what's there. So it was 3 and 3, racked. He racked 1, I hit a blank. It should still be 50-50. So if I don't get this, it's blank and it's fine. So I better do this. Ah! All right, I don't know what was with the weird counting there. That got way too close, but we're all good.
Do it again.
Hell yeah, I want a double or nothing. Should I?
What's the highest double or nothing? It's been God
Yeah.
so far.
All right.
In, Buckshot
I better learn
Roulette.
to count if I'm gonna get through this again.
Anyone know?
Yoink. Yoink. Wow, thank you. Why do you get 4? Wait a minute, that's not fair. Okay, that's 3 and 3. You're not gonna change it on me, are you? All right. Blank. Okay. I really hope that the next one is not a blank. The odds would not be in my favor. The only benefit being that he wouldn't be able to look in. Take one of these! Oh! Dude. Ooh, that's nice. Well, let's see if it's even Stevens. Ooh, that's not even Stevens. He only has cigarettes. Alright, here's the thing. I like these odds. Never mind. Alright. I didn't like the odds that much.
Keep on keeping on.
Okay, if this, I swear to God. Okay, that's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking. Alright. I like these odds. I like these odds. Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, okay. If this isn't the shell, then it's a blank. So I should just hold him to it. Or I should save them. Let's see what happens.
Really deep blue water.
Hey! That worked out nicely. Because the next one is a blank.
It's flower forest water, right?
Yeah, smoke them while you got them. I still got a pair of handcuffs that I didn't waste. Because I'm big and smart and my brain is too big.
There we go.
Too huge.
I guess it would be this. This is... Oh, whoa.
Alright, well, I'm in luck. Because I got the goods. Ooh, that's nice. Oh, you got piddly. Okay, 4 and 4. Alright, I'm gonna keep track of it this time. Don't you worry about that. So what I need to do is not give him an opportunity to do anything. He's got those smokes, which is unfortunate. So the trick that I gotta do is I gotta get him in 1 turn, which is what the handcuffs are for. I gotta get him 1 turn because it's not gonna be this one no matter what I do, but I can't give him more than 1 opportunity to shoot me because I'm not gonna get around to another round where I have cigarettes. So what I need to do is I need to take this hit if it's gonna be a hit. No matter what, I can take 1 hit, so I might as well roll the dice that this is gonna be for him. It's not.
Not a desert.
That's okay because now there's 4 red and 2 blue. There's 4
Which
red.
sucks. I hate it.
Okay, well, that's okay. Yeah, I know, careful now. Okay, so this is tricky. But what I'm gonna count on. So there's 3 red, 2 blue. So what I need to do is I need to hold him to this. Chances are.
That's a horse.
that this is
Even
gonna
if it's
be
fast enough.
in there. There's no guarantee. If I don't get this, it's kind of game over.
We could ride on a horse for a while. We picked up a saddle earlier.
Oof. Needed that.
Another thing that would be good for us is the mesa biome.
Alright, so that was two shoots, 2 blanks, 3 blanks. Wait, 2 shoots.
No, you love me. You love me.
This could be bad.
You love me.
I'm gonna rack it. Just in case. That was only 2 shoots. Please don't be a shoot. Yes! Okay. Please! Finish this guy! Oh, frick. No, frick. Well, it's okay. He's
like
really dumb. Everybody keep this in mind. He's very dumb. He might not be that dumb. Alright. Here's the tricky bit. I believe it's 1 and 1. But I ain't gonna go out pointing that at myself. If I lose here, it's because I pointed it at him. Oh! 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 Oh my goodness! Oh! Oh! Oh!
Perhaps this is where we part ways.
That's real nice. Did I get a little too excited? Probably not. Handcuffs? Knives? 4? Alright, 4 and 4. I'm actually gonna count this time. Ding dong. Ding dong. Ding dong. Why is it your turn? I feel like if you get shot, it's my turn. No, that doesn't make any sense.
Sick.
This guy and his cigarettes. Okay, 2 reds, 1 blue down. So there's 3 blues, 2 reds. There's 2 blues, 2 reds. Holy shit, there's 1 blue, 2 reds. Yeah, keep it up, buddy. I don't understand that. It's 1 and 1. Somehow. I'm gonna save these items. Because somehow it's gone down to 1 and 1. I don't know how that happened, but this guy had a crazy streak. Well, shit. It's okay, I can take that hit. I'd rather keep the items for then the next batch when I get more items. Oh no! Thank God you got a defibrillator for my face. Alright. I am very whoa, interesting. Fascinating.
Another ice biome.
Well, I'm gonna rack it. Fine by me. More items. I am going to finish this guy. Into oblivion you go. Prepare for the end of times. Oh, nice. 2 and 2, eh? Man, that's extra spicy. Yep.
Alright. At least they're kind of fast to try to get through.
I like those odds.
That's an abandoned ice village.
Let's see what happens. Dealer! Oh! Oh, interesting. Fascinating. Now it's 2 shooties. Oh, you can't double up on those? Ooh, that's interesting. It doesn't want you to double up anymore. Fascinating. Oh, this would be truly unfortunate if I somehow turned this around and didn't get it. Well, can only do what I can do. Let's hope that he points it at himself even if he looks at it. Ah, look at this! Alright, so he's got some smokes, which is unfortunate. But he can't do double damage unless he, well, he can't actually. Because I don't know that handcuffs carry through into the other round.
Still,
I hope that he wastes all his items up. Oh, interesting. No! Alright. Well, unfortunately, that didn't go according to plan. But that's okay. Because plans were always meant to fail. Interesting. Interesting. Interesting.
just some
3 and
nice
4.
parkour.
Fascinating here.
You wouldn't get it, I'm sure.
Interesting. Okay, all I gotta do.
I'm sure you wouldn't understand.
3 and 4. A
It's
racket.
just something we do.
That's interesting. That's not what I would have expected. So it's now 2 and 4. 4 blue, 2 red. Odds are... You gotta be ballsy at some point here. Take this. That's what I thought. Okay, now there's 3 blue, 2 red. I could take a page out of his book and just keep pointing it at myself, but that doesn't seem like the smart thing to do. So I'm gonna do the really dumb thing to do. You ready for this? This is going to be really dumb. You ready for dumb? Okay. Now see, that didn't take any of the handcuffs. So this is where the smartness comes in.
I mean, diamonds. What is he talking about when he says he's found treasure? What does he mean by that?
God damn. No, you see, I'm smart. I just went through 3 rounds of that and I won. You give me my money, I'm going home. I'll see you around, buddy boo. Have fun with all those bullet wounds. I'm gonna walk home with a giant briefcase of cash. Thank you very much. Let me, boink.
Just a little bit of bragging.
Ulysses S. Grant.
8 hearts of the sea.
And that's how you win at Buckshot Roulette. Because if there's one thing that I do, it's win. Thank you. That's me. Oh yeah. That's what I'm doing. That's a lot of beer. But that's okay. Nice. Nice. Maybe next time I'll try for a milli. Maybe next time I'll not play this. Have a good one. Thank you everybody so much for watching. And as always, I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye!
It's YouTube. Nope. Are you the final boss?
Hey, it's me, everybody's favorite #1 theorist, Matthew R. Patrick. Oh, if it isn't a loyal theorist. Hey, well, have I got a Deltarune theory for you.
Also, I just need
You want it, you
noise to
want
keep me
Deltarune
awake.
theory. Don't you? All you have to do is show me
It's
your
not just
subscribe
music.
button. Go on, why don't you show it off? This is your chance to be a big shot, big, big.
I want to run through the cherry blossoms for a second. Do a little bit of frolic.
Hello, Internet! Welcome to Game Theory, the show where
love
everyone's
me.
a big
You
shot.
love
Loyal
me.
theorists, as I continued around on my
Love
time
me.
hosting the channel, one thing that was really important to me was revisiting iconic theories from throughout the show's history. And perhaps no theory is as beloved as the Sans' Nest theory. Now,
Oh, yeah,
back in the
this
day,
one's
this one
fast
was a
enough.
bit controversial. Not exactly sure why, though. It seemed pretty obvious to me that this small boy from Earthbound was the same as this Tumblr sexy man from Undertale. People said I was crazy. And now, all these years later, I finally understand why. You see, after all these years, Toby Fox finally decided to come online and set the record straight, sending me this tweet in the wake of my announcement video, and suddenly everything clicked. Sans isn't Ness. Sans and Papyrus are Ness. No wonder you all were so frustrated about that episode. I am so sorry, and I feel so much better now. Thank you. Anyway, all that ancient history. What I want to talk about today is Toby Fox's latest game, Deltarune. Specifically the newest chapter, which just released in September of 2021. Alright, so admittedly I might be a little bit late to this one. And since it's been a hot minute since we last covered the franchise, let me just catch you up with where we stand right now. Off the bat, it's important to remember that Deltarune is a spiritual successor to Undertale. Even though a lot of the same characters show up in both, they function independently from their first outing. This time we play as Chris, a quiet, lonely human child in a world of monsters, adopted into the family of Toriel, Asgore, and Asriel. See what I mean about the same characters repeating themselves? In Chapter 1, Chris gets paired up with the school bully Susie, Susie to go find some chalk, only to fall into the Dark World, a fantasy realm of living cards and toys powered by something called a dark fountain. Along the way, they meet the Dark Prince named Ralsei, whose name is an anagram of Azrael, just something to keep in mind. We quickly learn of a prophecy where Chris, Susie, and Ralsei are meant to restore balance to both the worlds of light and dark. After much ducking and dodging with our heart-shaped object, Susie learns to accept friendship, and together the team defeats the evil king and escape back to the real world, where suddenly the pair find themselves in a supply room scattered with toys and games. It was all pretend, or was it? Either way, it's a happy ending, right? Well, it would have been if it hadn't been for Chris suddenly ripping out their heart, shoving it into a birdcage, and then showing off their shiny new knife. It was quite the twist ending, and it left us with a lot of questions. Questions that we all hoped would be answered in Chapter 2 3 years later. So what did we learn when Chapter 2 finally released? Well, Chris used that knife to eat a pie. No joke, just ate a pie. And from there, Chapter 2 follows a similar pattern to Chapter 1. Susie and Chris find a dark fountain in the library, which leads them to the cyber world. It's there that they find an evil computer queen in the process of capturing their friends, the shy Noelle and the obnoxious know-it-all Birdley. Noelle learns to be confident, Birdley learns to be more humble, and everyone teams up to defeat the queen in a final game of Punch-Out, because that's exactly what you'd expect from a turn-based RPG. It's yet another happy ending until Chris removes their heart once more, slashes their mom's tires, and then uses the knife to open up a dark portal in the middle of the living room. So what does this all mean? And doesn't it immediately fly in the face of that prophecy Ralsei gave us at the start of Chapter 1? It specifically sets up Chris, Susie, and Ralsei as the heroes of the story, the ones who are going to restore balance to the worlds of light and dark, yet here's Chris running around opening dark fountains, making it more unbalanced. Does that mean that the prophecy then is bogus? Oh no, dear theorists. In fact, instead of breaking from the prophecy, I think Chris is actually in the process of fulfilling it. How? Well, best grab your pencil swords, my friends, because I believe that this single action's revealing to us how the game is gonna end. The truth hidden inside that prophecy, and who the final boss of the game is ultimately gonna be. So to start with, let's actually jump into the specific quote from the prophecy. 3 heroes appear at World's Edge: a human, a monster, and a prince from the dark. Only they can seal the fountains and banish the angels' heaven. Only then will balance be restored, and the world saved from destruction. Now, this seems pretty cut and dry. We know who the heroes are, Susie, Chris, and Ralsei. We know that the dark fountains turn real-world locations into fantasy-like adventures. We also understand the concept of saving the world. It's video gaming 101. But there's a line in here that I really want to focus on. One that's a lot more ambiguous. Banish the angels' heaven. What? It's a weird thing to say, like, what is an angel's heaven? And more importantly, why would we want to banish something like that? Normally, angels in heaven, they tend to be good things, right? In my initial theories on this game, I suggested that the angel was Azrael, Chris's brother who's away at college, the one that broke Chris's spirit and left them all alone at home. In Chapter 1, we're told that Chris and Azrael made an angel for their youth group, only to waste time on giving it massive wings, just like Azrael's final form from Undertale. And given that we believed Azrael to be the one causing Chris to run away and hide in this fantasy dark world in the first place, it would make sense for the angel and angel's heaven to be connected to Azrael. But then Chapter 2 came out, and a second challenger for the title of angel came into play: Noelle. We met Noelle in Chapter 1, a young, nervous little reindeer with a crush on Susie, and immediately her connections with angels are obvious. First, there's her outfit, a flowing white gown that looks an awful lot like the white robes that angels are depicted wearing in most religious artwork. During your encounters with various enemy characters, they refer to Noelle directly as Angel. Heck, Noelle herself even says that she wants to turn into an angel. During a romantic Ferris wheel ride with Susie, she says, quote, I'd jump out the window. It's a dream, right? I'd grow big angel wings and fly as far as I can, gazing back at it all. And then there's just a ton of Christ imagery associated with the character. At the end of Chapter 2, she's in a Christ pose while being held captive. She can be equipped with a ring of thorns, much like the crown of thorns that Jesus is forced to wear during his crucifixion. Even her name Noelle is a reference to Christmas and the birth of Jesus. Seems pretty darn obvious then, right? So Noelle being the angel means that at some point she's gonna turn on all of us and we're gonna have to face her down in order to banish whatever heaven she's fighting for. Open and shut case, right? But hey, that's just a theory and all that. Well, hold on a second. Let's not jump to conclusions just yet. Way back in Undertale, Gerson the turtle actually tells us the meaning of the Deltarune symbol. Yeah, in case you forgot this one, Deltarune is actually referenced all the way back in that original game. In it, he says that the triangles represent monsters down below, and that the winged circle in the middle represents, quote, an angel who has seen the surface and will descend from above to bring us freedom. He also mentions that people have started to call the angel an angel of death, but obviously this is a prophecy that's only relevant to Undertale, right? Azrael crossed over onto the surface, got attacked by humans and killed, only to then be resurrected as the vengeful Flowey, who digivolves into the all-powerful god of hyperdeath. Azrael's the angel, even has the wings to prove it, prophecy fulfilled, no need to worry about it here, right? Well, yeah, that could be the case, but the prophecy also applies in the world of Deltarune. You see, at the end of Chapter 1, you have the chance to walk around the town and interact with people, some of which you recognize, others you might not. One of those unknown figures is Father Alvin, the leader of the local church that Chris attends. If you speak to him,
40K, let's go.
Let the angel's power light your way. The angel spoken of in Ralsei's prophecy is apparently worshipped in the Lightner world as well. This means that the angel's heaven is a force that transcends both worlds. Noelle just doesn't exist on that plane of existence. Therefore, she can't be the angel. In fact, she goes to the exact same youth group and church that worships the angel from that heaven. So overall, it wouldn't make sense for Noelle to be the angel that we hear about in the prophecy. That said, that doesn't necessarily mean she's not a pivotal piece in this prophecy coming true. In Chapter 2, Noelle becomes the focus of all the action. Not only is it revealed that the cyber world was created by the Queen to try and make her happy, but the whole narrative hinges on Noelle finding the strength to stand up for herself and ask for what she really wants. By teaming up with Chris, recruiting enemies, and solving puzzles together, Noelle gradually becomes more confident until the climax of the chapter, when she's able to defeat the final boss simply by telling it to stop. Except that's not the only way this chapter can end. There's another route through Chapter 2 known as the Snowgrave route. And this one is also about making Noelle stronger in a very different way. You see, in this route, instead of working together with Chris to solve puzzles and rekindle their friendship, Chris instead forces Noelle to attack in battle, kill enemies. They push her into buying expensive items against her will. They force her to wear that Ring of Thorns that I mentioned earlier, an item that's constantly ticking down Noelle's HP. And through it all, Chris is gaslighting Noelle into believing that all of it's for the best, that it's important for making her stronger, and that being stronger is the most important thing. It all culminates in the mini-boss fight against Birdly, where Chris must repeatedly push Noelle to cast the spell Snowgrave, a spell that Noelle's not familiar with or comfortable with. After resisting for a couple turns, eventually Noelle relents, casting a massive ice spell that freezes Birdly solid, a spell that, at least at the end of Chapter 2, he doesn't seem to be able to wake up from. Noelle has become stronger. In fact, she's much stronger now. Her personality back in the light world has once again gotten more direct and controlling, but the journey to get there took a very different tone. So what does any of this have to do with the Angel's Heaven and the final boss of the game? Well, I gotta be honest with you, I lied a bit when I was describing how to get that Snowgrave route, because while Chris is the character on screen gaslighting Noelle and forcing her into all these uncomfortable situations, Chris isn't the one doing it. It's us, the player. And the game makes it very clear that it knows it's us. At the end of Chapter 1, when Chris rips out their heart and throws it into a cage, we are still able to move that heart-shaped object while Chris pulls out their knife. At this moment, the game is making it crystal clear to us that Chris and the player are two separate entities. But in Chapter 2, there is much more emphasis put on us and our role in this story. The only way the Snowgrave route can happen is if we pick very specific dialogue options. Options that Noelle explicitly says are very out of character for Chris. She becomes even more aware of us when we respond to her internal monologue, something that again, Chris should never have been able to hear. At yet another point, she mentions that the voice she hears doesn't sound like Chris's. Our involvement is starting to be noticed and commented on. Back in Chapter 1, the only real person to make any sort of reference to the player was Sans, who makes a joke about us having never met before and then winks, the same way he always did back in Undertale when he was pretending not to know about other timelines and universes. He knows that Chris isn't the one in control here, but now other characters are starting to become aware that there's something or someone else at work. These aren't their choices, they're our choices. And you see, that's hugely important for this game. The Snowgrave ending stands out not just because of how dark and uncomfortable it is to achieve, but also because it's the first time a player gets to do the very thing they've wanted to do since Undertale, make a choice. You see, Undertale was all about player choice. Taking a pacifist route, a genocide route, or something in between yielded vastly different gameplay experiences and endings. Your choices mattered a lot. But in the opening minutes of Deltarune, you're immediately told that your choices don't matter here. The game literally kicks off by asking you to create a character, only to then throw it out the window and present you with Chris. It's a moment that instantly beats you over the head with the message that your choices don't matter here. Except clearly they do, or at least seem to. In the Snowgrave route, we are literally forcing Chris and Noelle to bend to our will, which yields a completely different flow for the chapter. Birdly's frozen and maybe dead. Noelle is emotionally shaken and suspicious of Chris. Heck, we don't even end up fighting the Queen as the final boss of the chapter. The characters are literally our puppets on strings, acting out the decisions that we're forcing upon them. Speaking of puppets, no one knows what it's like to have their strings pulled better than everyone's favorite salesman and secret boss, Spamton. This whole boss battle in Chapter 2 is about trying to achieve freedom where you win by cutting his strings. That already sends a pretty powerful message about fighting for control in your own life. That said, if you continue down the Snowgrave route, instead of meeting the Queen at the end, you fight Spamton Neo as the final boss. And it's here that he gives you some very interesting lines of dialogue. Quote, "You think making frozen chicken with your side chick is gonna let you drink up that sweet, sweet freedom sauce? Well, you're right." Obviously, he's referring to specific events from the Snowgrave route, like the frozen chicken being Birdly and the side chick being Noelle. But what's more interesting is how he refers to Chris. If you fight Spamton during the normal route, he refers to Chris by their name. But in the Snowgrave fight, he never does that. He only refers to Chris's character as you. Now, I don't think that's because Spamton just decided to be less personable. I think it's because he's not talking to Chris. He's talking to us. He's breaking the fourth wall. Later on in that fight, you have to call your friends for help. And every time it says Chris called for help. But when you call out to Noelle, it suddenly changes to you whispered Noelle's name. Noelle suddenly answers when everyone else has been silent because that's the voice that's been leading her throughout the Snowgrave ending. It's the voice that she obeys. It's the voice that she's afraid of. Our voice. The use of the word you here is directly addressing the player because we're the one breaking away from the main pacifist route in the game in favor of a more violent path. A path that forces our choices to be obeyed. And as Spamton says, we're right to do this because choice equals freedom. Quote, "This power is freedom. I won't have to be a puppet anymore." Just like the angel from Undertale's prophecy, we're bringing freedom to these characters. We're allowing other options for their story. In short, we, the players, we are the angel. We're the ones who are able to transcend both the light world and the dark world. We're the ones able to control the characters and light their way. We're the ones coming in from on high and bringing them a form of freedom. Except obviously, it's not real freedom. They're just subservient to us now, bending to our choices. We are the angel, and our reality is the angel's heaven. But if that's true, then we are the villain of Deltarune. Getting back to Chapter 1, it was actually quite fitting that the world revolved around chess pieces. Chris and their friends are basically pawns in our little game. We're controlling everything they do. But just like in the Dark World, these pieces have real characters, thoughts, feelings. And yet here we are just playing with them for our own entertainment. We are the thing that needs to be banished from Chris's body, from the lives of their friends. And that, loyal theorists, is how Deltarune is gonna end. Just like the prophecy said, Chris, Susie, and Ralsei are gonna banish the angel's heaven, which means they're gonna work together to reject us one final time, kick us out of the game. Chris will rip us out of their body, and suddenly we're gonna have to face them as the final boss of this whole thing. And from there, Toby Fox will either force us to lose, or we'll be given a final choice. A chance to choose whether we fight for domination and control over these characters that we've grown with over the last 7 chapters, or if instead we're gonna respect their autonomy and let them live their own lives. But hold on, doesn't this conflict with the opening of the game, that our choices don't matter here? Seems to be the thesis of Deltarune. Well, here's the thing. Looking at the Snowgrave route, our choices didn't really end up mattering all that much. We see it throughout Chapter 2. The endings are basically the same regardless of whether you play it normally or choose Snowgrave. Noelle gets stronger regardless. In both routes, the queen's defeated, she becomes good, we escape the Dark World, and we go to see Noelle with her father in the hospital. Noelle's still playing her video game, and she's more confident than she was at the beginning of the chapter. Sure, Birdly might be dead, but it's more likely that he's passed out. Regardless, though, the ending doesn't change in its essential components. But by doing the Snowgrave route and changing Noelle's journey to be one full of trauma and abuse, the dialogue options and relationships change. Noelle is more aggressive and doesn't want to give up control of the game. She's scared of Chris rather than seeing them as a friend. She is literally traumatized by what Chris, or more specifically what we, did to her. Sure, the decisions we make, like Snowgrave, might not affect the events that we see play out at the end of the game, but the journey is going to be different. And that journey is going to change things, like subtext and the emotions underneath all these actions. In the end, we are absolutely going to get booted out of these characters' lives one way or another. Our choices can't affect that. But the journey is ultimately going to dictate how painful that process is going to be. Spamton even warns us of this during the Snowgrave Neo fight. He talks about our path to freedom, but follows it up with, quote, "Well, don't blame me when you're crying in a broken home wishing you let your old pal Spamton kill ya." Makes it sound like freedom is going to leave us sad sad and alone, not feeling fulfilled like we won some sort of a game. And that's the whole point. By making these choices, by exercising freedom, we're actually dooming these characters to a more miserable life. And eventually, they're gonna fight back and banish us for good. Once Chris separates themselves from our control, they'll all have their freedom back, and the events of the ending may stay the same, but the context behind those events is gonna be different. Susie, Birdley, Noelle, they may all still hang out together, but are they gonna be hanging out because they're friends? Or are they gonna be hanging out because they're afraid of Chris and the things that we made Chris do? Toby Fox used Undertale to prove that humanity was overall good, breaking away from the cycle of violence that RPGs force players into. But in Deltarune, as soon as the opportunity for a new ending showed up, we showed our true colors. We were willing to throw these characters and their lives aside if it meant that we got more of that sweet, sweet juice content. So despite what we've been told, I'm convinced that we do have a choice in this game. Are we gonna be kind and give these characters the best possible ending, or are we gonna be a monster like Azrael, the final boss that leaves them all broken and with nothing, all so we can get that sweet, sweet sense of completion? But hey, that's just a theory. A game theory. Thanks for watching.
Wanting daylight to go ahead and switch to a new video. I think we'll hold off on a video for a while. Just kind of chill. Okay, good. I thought it had crashed for a moment. Oh, desert temple. Might the desert temple finally have what we have been looking for this entire time? I'm gonna take the armor trims. No, that's cool. I don't want it anyways. Let me know if I miss a desert temple, chat, please. I would like to know. We're gonna take a look. We'll go over and get that because it might have the golden apple we need. The god apple. Take the golden carrots, I guess. Please let this desert have an abundance of temples. And ruined portals. We're basically gonna run along the edges of this, I feel like. We're gonna comb through this desert to make sure we don't miss anything. Because golly, would I feel like a fool if we missed a desert temple. Chat, keep your eyes peeled. Peel those eyes. Not interested. Maybe I should have been interested. Oh well. Live and learn. Sag. No bed. Ugh. I guess we'll run over to the village right there. I don't need that much strength. We'll make a shovel. also condense again into iron blocks. Should be somewhere here, I believe. Nothing. Typical. Typical. Very typical. Normal, even. No uniqueness. Stop. Yo, skeleton jockey. Let's go. Womp womp. Oh. My desert temples. Where are they at? Where are all my desert temples at? View a desert temple, raise your hand. Yo, what's up? How's it going? Megapug 1. No way. Not a chance. Oh yeah, my chat's being a little buggy. So if I don't respond to anything you say, sucks to suck sounded again. Feather falling 3, actually. Maybe. Fortune 3 for certain. Tags aren't that valuable. It's still nothing. None of what we are looking for. Alright, back to the desert. Ugh. I'm actually awake right now, which is pretty chill. I think watching those YouTube videos helped somewhat. Is that a mangrove swamp? In the middle of my desert? Ooh, ruined portal. We'll go run over there and check that. Because we need to. Could go to the Nether and check bastions. You have enough obsidian now to go in and escape somewhere. We'll run over the top of these mountains first, though. I want to make sure we're not missing any, I was gonna say PUIs, which stands for... I don't know what it stands for. POI. Yeah, point of interest. What did I say, you? POI. I very clearly pronounced it PU. I'm tired, man. not having a great time of it, as it were, as it were. Feel free to send me a metal pipe or something to wake me up. Few and far between. That's what these are. These are few and far between. Ooh. Please have a God apple. Please have a God. Everyone sends your prayers. Prages in chat. Prage. I'll take the extra diamonds. More smithing templates. Punch 2. Well. You know how that turned out. We move on. Don't let it get you down, buddy. You got me going down low. Village would go so hard right now. I would be so hard if there was a village. Oh, we're back here. Okay. We'll make a straight cross this way. There should be a village somewhere over here, I think. Yo, is this a diving board? Sick, man. Don't mind if I do. I hit my toes. That ain't cool, bro. Oh. There's that village. Let's go. We love villages. Let's go. Here's the thing about nether terrain though. Much more difficult to traverse. And I think all we can really get the stuff from is ruined portals and bastions in the nether. So we'll have to make a decision on what to do. We'll travel this way. If we hit a snow biome, that's when we'll use the obsidian to make ourselves a portal. We'll keep traveling by wind though. Who knows, maybe we'll find another desert or a mesa connected to this acacia? Badlands? I don't know, man. We want a Badlands biome. With the terracotta strips. Some teriyaki would go so hard right now. It'd be so fire. You have no idea. Oh. I've switched to sitting up. Which means that I go like that, or my VTuber model is womp womp. I'll find out what's on this right edge. I'm not giving up on a second desert. Not yet. It's too soon. It's too soon to give up on that. What about second desert? I mean, on the bright side, my water dismounts are getting a little bit better. My hill climbing skills. Prowess. Alright, rip. Rip, no desert. We hate it here. We hate it here. Yeah. Riot. 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 I'm probably gonna have traveled 100,000 blocks by the time we finally get it. Ugh. Hopefully we find a couple of deserts in somewhat quick succession now, though. That we can fully explore and scrape for loot. This is such dull grass. I don't like it. Give me back the cool grass. Yeah, let's go. Cool grass. We love cool grass. This is so cool. Cool grass. Look, another cherry blossom biome. So cool that we ran into so many of them. Oh, yo, another one. Did you know cherry blossom bombs are decently rare? You don't see them every day. You know what else you don't see every day? You know what we could do? First, I want to pickaxe. What does this one look like? Like lapis wouldn't look super great, yeah. Blue on blue. What's the legging stuff look like? Down. Coast. I don't like the down, but I like the coast. Diamond on diamond. How foolish. Grain. Grain's so subtle, though. Yeah, whatever, we'll go gold. I think I'm gonna switch you. Yeah, that works. It would be cool if you could customize your sword a little bit with the trims. I understand they're armor trims, but you know, your sword or axe. Honestly, doesn't look bad. I mean, it doesn't look great. Let's not get hasty here. It's not fantastic looking. Can I go home now? Alright. While we're running in this area, we'll find something. Markiplier reviews Icelandic candy.
Okay. Close. Maybe just a little close. That's the whole point. I want you to enter my mind. Plane, air, sky, soaring through the heavens, coming to an uninhabited island full of volcanoes.
I think we should be careful about the volcano thing because what if some big disaster happens like the day that you put the video up and people get hurt?
There's no such thing as volcanoes. I don't know if that's any better. I want you to enter my mind. It's so full of thought and vim and vigor. I had a whole volcano thing to go with
But
this.
am I wrong?
Okay, I really want to do the enter my mind thing. They're now 2 layers deep into my mind, and they're about to go a 3rd layer in. All right, inception yourself. You're trapped in my mind forever. It's a moment is stretched to eternity here, and that's just how it is. I bought a bunch of candy from Iceland, and I brought it here with the express purpose of doing this, which is a review of their candy. Now, I'm not 100% sure if all this is authentic. I asked the person there if it was authentic Iceland candy, but at the same time, our guide wasn't from Iceland either, and I don't know if it's real. So anyone from Iceland, and even those who saw me in Iceland while I was there, hello again.
If you betray me on this, if you betray me, you will never escape the maze of my mind.
Good thing I'm not from Iceland.
Never.
I just feel that interesting.
What Lixian is amazing. You got this, right, Lixian? Lixian, you can make this good, right? And short and quick, because you know retention time. Am I right? Lixian, wait, where are you going? I am Mark, and I am here to review some candy. There is nothing else to this video, and there's nothing you need to worry about. This candy is from Iceland. Maybe I don't know. I was thrown off. But I don't want to start over because Lixian's probably
Is
already
there a
put work
speed
into
run
this.
for all armor trims yet?
Stop.
Like getting one of every template?
I need miss doing these.
If not, there should
I
be.
need miss doing these.
I think we're just out of practice.
I'm doing great. First candy.
That sounds like a cool category.
It's Zola
Very niche.
Couture. Zola Couture.
It sounds like the bucket one, though.
It's not as appealing as that. Oh, that's much better. It looks like a Rice Krispie bar with chocolate on top of it, which probably has caramel in it. That's not bad. I like that a lot. The question on my mind is this authentic Icelandic candy? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have a board on here. If I think it actually is from Iceland and true to Iceland and has Icelandic roots, which I went to a museum and I didn't see a single piece of candy in that museum. But it is pretty good. Tastes like a Twix bar that has the caramel in the center, underneath the crispy. So there's like this crispy layer, chocolate with Rice Krispies on the outside. So it's got a double crunch feel to it. It's actually very good. I like that a lot. I give it an 8.
I want it.
And I think that it is...
I don't like that noise. Don't do that again.
Does Iceland have cats? I didn't see a single cat when I was in Iceland. Based off that, and because there's a cat on the package, I'm gonna guess that this is not actually Icelandic. Next piece of candy. Ooh.
That looks like a desert. We might have one, boys and girls. We might have one.
Got Fran Grana. Candy from Grandma is probably what that means because it looks like the kind of candy that Grandma keeps in a dish. Not my grandma. My grandma is Korean. Not a lick of protein, but it's got licorice. Or it's licorice flavor. I'm willing to bet that this is probably authentic.
And a mine shaft.
So, as you can see by the colors, there's 2 flavors going on here. And that's why my expressions were shifting so rapidly. There's raspberry and licorice. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of licorice. I like it. I don't love it. And Fransen Confectoru sure sounds Icelandic. And given the fact that this flavor palette is slightly unique, not that Icelandic dishes were all that strange. I know they have certain dishes like a lamb's head and various other things, but I'm willing to bet that this is actually Iceland. Is that the Swedish flag? Uh-oh. Is that the Swedish flag? I don't know my flags well enough to confirm or deny that. But maybe it's not. But I already said my decision, so that's going in the Icelandic pile. I don't like it. 5, 4.5. Can I just... I'll eat it.
Any chests? Chests, please. Please, chests. I want chests. Give me a chest.
Trittler. Julad got Veja Laga Avaxtalo. All right, so yeah, it's little people. Oh my God, did you get the art? You seeing that?
Terrifying. Give up on that.
The red one there? Just the face? So a lot of, from what I understand, a lot of Icelandic history is a little bit dark. You know, a lot of dark fairy tales for children are full of death and despair and dismay, and you know, you're not gonna make it past 6 kind of a language in there. So this kind of fits, and I would believe that this is authentic, but I'll split the candy.
Protection 4? You know we're picking that up.
I'll let the candy speak for itself. Oh my God, that is so scary. That is a monster. That's scary. It's different than I was expecting. I was expecting something sweeter. It's not as sweet as candy as a gummy you would expect, because I think a gummy, like in America, is basically just sugar that's been jellified. This is, well, that was a red one. It definitely has more lemon.
Yes.
I like that better than the red one.
Yes.
I don't know what the red one is, honestly. There's something else I'm detecting here, though. That's good. What was with the red one? Maybe it hated me.
Taking me
Maybe I
off.
just ate some soul Something horrible. Anyway, not bad. I bet probably very authentically Icelandic. And I don't hate it. I'd give it a 6. It's not my favorite type of gummy. I don't know what the red one is. Green is good. Yellow's good. I give it a 7, actually, just for those, because 2/3 of it, 6.5. 6.66 repeating. Because 2/3 of it I like. The red one, not so much. Not bad, though. Oh. Now, this I just got because I thought it was funny. This is a jerry can, which is a hilarious way of saying gas can, of gum. Gum. Bubble dust. Sneaky bubble dust. Very sneaky. So my understanding is that this is probably gum that's in more of a powdery form, which it is. I don't know how that makes gum better exactly. I imagine that this invention was probably a result of manufacturing leftovers. So when you have manufacturing of any kind of scale, you end up with an assembly line basically of various stages of food production. And when you have shaped candy, you end up with trimmings. No matter what, you probably end up with trimmings, leftover shavings, stuff like that. I wouldn't doubt that this is the trimmings at the bottom of the conveyor belts that they scooped in to a can. I might be wrong about that if I'm about to be sued, but that's my conjecture. Just an opinion.
Taste is bad. It's a good thing.
Is this food? Could you call this food? Doesn't even say how many calories are in it. They don't have American food safety standards. Well, should I eat it then? Yeah.
Who won't? Don't try to bite me. Don't you try to bite me. Stop it. Stop trying to bite me.
Never mind.
You're not allowed.
So when I eat gum, I eat it by the pound, basically. I just shove gum in, chew it for like 2 minutes. It's done. When the flavor is even starting to go, it's gone. This flavor does not last very long. The initial hit was nice because in its powdered form, it like really coated every area of my tongue and was able to like punch me in the face. Punch me in the face with flavor. It's from the UK though. I know this because from the back it says it's from the UK. But I'm gonna go rogue on my bet. The over-under on this being Icelandic is, the odds are like 1,000,000 to 1. If I actually hit this, I can retire. So I'm gonna bet that's an Icelandic candy. Next candy. Oh, this is a licorice roll of some kind. I don't know what the middle flavor is.
Village. I don't need you. I don't want you.
So it does not unroll. It's not really an unrolling type. Why did I do that? It's not really an unrolling type, licorice, huh? So don't think of it that way. The dark part is the licorice, and this is some kind of filling, so it does crumble to pieces. I've had this before, spoiler alert. It is good though, because I'm not a huge fan of licorice, but I do like licorice to some extent, and this is actually a very sweet one. This is probably the sweetest of all these candies so far. Even more than this, I would say. Actually, not that sweet. It's very salty. I have noticed that there's like definitely more salt in a lot of these than you would think. However, whether or not it's Icelandic, I can't really see anymore. I'm willing to bet it's not, unless it is. Is it?
And then they proceeded to do zero research.
Not. I bet that's not. The thing is, it might come from any number of Nordic countries as well. Just because I can't read what's on the package on the floor doesn't mean that it's automatically Icelandic. Could be Swedish, could be Norwegian, could be Dutch. I don't know. Oh! Chocolate peppermint. Chocolate and peppermint. Okay, the packaging makes me think that it's got an address on here. I won't look. The packaging makes me think it's local.
With my little eye. a desert temple that we are going to approach cautiously.
Now I'm gonna tell you, that does not look that appealing, and I don't know if I bite into this if it's gonna break my teeth.
Who's to say?
Don't bite into it. I'll try again.
Dr. Peeber.
I was about to say it's not bad. How do I unpack this? It has essence of chocolate. It's chocolate-esque. But if there's one thing I definitely don't do, is brush my teeth and then eat a bar of chocolate. I've done that before, actually, many times. That's why I'm so familiar with this experiment. That's what it tastes like. Because there's mint, right? And then inside of it is chocolate. And I bet I'm not supposed to bite it, but I do not have the mental fortitude or the discipline to be able to hold back from that. So I'm not gonna be that person. And I'm not gonna change who I am for this candy, which is not from Iceland, I'm betting. 4, 5, 4. Whoa. Let's give this camera a chance. This camera doesn't get enough love. Why is this camera here? Is it even doing anything? So this is Tirkisk Pepper from Fazer. Too hot to handle. So, oh, there's a fire on it. So apparently it's spicy. I've had spicy things before. I know it's been a while, but I open so terribly. So yeah, it's got a fire on it. It's charcoal black, and it says too hot to handle. But much like Airheads, they kind of oversell the spice. So. Again, licorice. As far as heat, though, maybe in the center? It's not spicy. There's something in the center.
Here.
I can't even place what it tastes like. It's licorice on the outside, and then as soon as I bit into it, there was something that was like semi-solid. It wasn't like gummy or anything, but it wasn't liquid either. I don't know what it was. It just ruined everything.
Gotta get my bearings.
I don't know why, and I don't know how, but I was enjoying the licorice, and then I bit into it, and everything went to shit.
This way should be forward.
I can't describe what
Any word.
it doesn't have a flavor really. It just tasted like chemical. It was suddenly I bit into it and then chemical. There's no way there's 72 grams of sugar in this. This does not taste sweet at all. Like, it depends on if you consider licorice to be sweet, because among the different candies, licorice does not rank high in terms of sweetness in my mind, unless you're eating a Twizzler, and that's not real licorice anyway. It's good, but can't lie to ourselves. Just like this can't lie to itself about being too hot to handle. It's not the heat that's the problem.
Twizzlers.
It's everything else about it. I hope that's nice, not Icelandic. I hope. I'm just gonna say that. I hope that's, maybe it is. Maybe, you know what? Maybe it is. Maybe it's more insulting to say, I hope it's not Icelandic. Nah. Oh! I've been looking forward to this one. So, it's a whistle. Melody pop, and I got it just because I felt like it. And if you've never had one before, you're the same as me, because I've never had one before, so why the fuck am I so excited about this?
You gotta take the whole.
Oh, it's a slide too? Oh, and it's even got little note markings on it? Is there a world's best melody candy player?
possible that there's nothing here.
That's much better than I originally thought. I was just finding my melody legs. Spit oozing out of the front of this. I don't know about that one, guys. Anyway. Flavor's all right. Novelty, great. 9 out of 10. This is great. This is probably the bane of parents' existence, but pretty cool concept. I'm actually surprised that it has, note markings on it. That's pretty impressive. Great attention to detail. It's a fun little trick. Horribly annoying for everyone
Well, there was
around
a
it,
chance.
but hey, I had fun.
You should come up with a jingle that can then play between each candy.
You're right. Good? All right.
I don't know what kind of jingle he was
Not
trying.
Icelandic, though, probably. Are these nipples? Is that nipples? Does that look like nipples to you? Kind of nipply.
Whoa.
That's
not on
That's
stream.
a straight up nipple right there.
Chill out a
Do I
little
bite the
bit.
nipple off of it, or what do I do? I'm more mature than I look.
Oh, I'm glad I'm alive.
Oof. At first I thought licorice, but then the licorice was overridden by styrofoam, and I'm not exaggerating. That felt like I bit into a packing peanut, and it tasted like it too.
Oh, that's
I thought
rebel.
there'd be a differentiation of flavor between this darker side and the pink side.
Gimme, gimme.
I couldn't
gimme,
tell.
gimme, 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 gimme.
Two for
I
two
want.
sides.
Gimme.
Two nipples.
I want.
Anyone
me.
that doesn't have exactly two
Me,
nipples,
me, I want.
you're special. And I love you. Oop. Super salt, hockey puck. Is that what it said? Hockey pulver. Apparently it's like a salt-based candy. So a lot of these flavors are based in like salty candies that aren't normally salty in my palate, and hockey pucks. I don't know. that is. Yeah, that's it. That sure does look like it's just salt.
If you want to just salt. Are you a horse?
Would you like to try that?
Get a salt lick.
It's a purely unidentifiable flavor.
It's making my mouth water so bad.
Yeah, and
What is that?
I don't know. Ingredients: soccer, ammonium chloride, Lakritz pulver, SOCKER. Ammonium chloride is an interesting ingredient. Don't usually consume a lot of ammonium by choice. That's probably Icelandic.
I could believe it.
Thank you. Oh my God, thank you. Actually, I think I bought 2 of these because they looked really good, and I wanted to eat one. And I think we had some already, and I know it was good. So I needed a palate cleanser.
Oh, my
really
foot's
badly
cramping
because
up.
This is
I'm leaning back a little
kind
bit.
of a trip of flavors that I was not prepared for. It's round candy. I believe that it has some. It's like some candy coating shell over some delicious.
Taking a nap here in this village.
It's like a chewy gummy interior, but the kind of gummy that just like melts away. Very sweet, a little tartness to it. This is right up my alley. I like, and I know it's bad for me, but I like that kind of dextrose-based candy. And I know it's terrible for me because it crashes my blood sugar. It's probably terrible for your body. But God, I love it. I grew up with that stuff. Big, chewy, sweet tarts, whole things of pixie sticks. Oh, that was my jam. These are great. Highly recommend.
True and real.
Pinballs. Probably not Icelandic though, so I'm gonna put in the not pile. They're very good though. I would eat the whole bag. 9.5. 9. So here's the thing. This is a superset lakrisbåt here. Given that this has the word super salt, I really hope this doesn't taste like this. I really hope. Oh, what is this? It's got bulbous nodules. I like bulbous nodules. It just looks like a chocolate bar. I've been deceived before. It looks like a chocolate bar, doesn't it? It really does. So the thing is, I think I got all the chocolate and I didn't get whatever that is. Oh, it's just like some gummy thing. It's weird that it's in a chocolate bar, but only to me. It's like some gummy thing, yeah.
My favorite kind is like chocolate covered gummy bears.
Yeah. Very good. Oh, it's licorice. It's chocolate covered licorice. It's got little bits of licorice in it. I couldn't tell what it was because chocolate like such a strong flavor. I bet that's Icelandic. I mean, it could be any, like I know licorice is popular in like some northern countries. I don't know which ones or why, but that they are.
So true.
Opals! Citronu og salt licorice. Did this say salt licorice? No. Licorice bar. Salt licorice. Licorice means licorice. We're learning already. Open up for me.
Please learn. How big brand is that?
I'm rich. I'm willing to bet one is citrus, one is licorice. So there probably should be no surprise in this one. I am not
I don't know
surprised.
if we've gotten this one
That's
yet,
salty licorice.
but,
A little saltier than the others though.
Soon we will.
It's gummy. They're not hard. I don't know why I'm excited about that. It tastes like he left a gummy out for a very long time. It tastes like a very still. This is actually not good. I'm liking it less by the second. I don't want that in me anymore.
I've already
Try this one.
Yeah.
You know what I just
Straight
said?
to this one.
Well, it wasn't hard. That one was. No. There's something in that. That as it starts to phase change, you know, turn from a solid to a liquid, I can't. Jesus Christ. That's very
Scared me a little bit.
not good. It
I got a little
actually
startled.
grew repulsive. I think this is Icelandic, just judging by the box, I guess. Because I remember when I went to the museum, there were a lot of boxes of like packaging from Iceland that they had, and it looked a lot like this. So like the color scheme, the bright patterned colors. It might have actually. Yeah, and so this might actually. No way. Well, it had boxes. That doesn't mean there was candy there. Oh, yeah, but this looks like actually one of the boxes that I saw in the Icelandic Museum, so I'm gonna guess it's actually Icelandic. And probably anything with this color pattern. Maybe I'm
Determine if the ones were chewy and the ones were crunchy?
No, it's just they're both rock hard, but I bit into that one sooner than the other one because I let that soak in a little longer. It did grow softer as the saliva got in
All right,
there.
place your bets now, chat.
I hope this is just mint. I really hope that's just mint. I've been burned so many times in the course of this video on things I think I'm going to like, and I don't. Please. Please. No, no, I don't need them. I don't need them. I got this. It's all a matter of technique, right? It was all a matter of technique.
Alright, we're continuing this way. Some more.
So far, so good.
We're gonna try to stick to where the reef is and follow the lights.
No unsuspecting
we
flavors.
are crossing the ocean.
Yeah, I think it's just mint.
And hopefully on
it's
the
just
other
what it-
side
exactly
we'll
what it
find
looks like.
another desert.
Not the sweetest mint I've ever had, but it's good.
Because
I like
we
it.
stand
Again, the
the warm
packaging
biome
suggests to me
areas.
that it might have been local, but because I don't think that was, I'm gonna hedge my bets. I'm gonna hedge my bets. Well, actually, no, because this is not native to Iceland. This concept, I believe, would be anywhere but Iceland, right? That must be, right? The idea of this red, white, striped kind of minty candy, probably not from Iceland. I just had a thought, I remembered something from the Icelandic Museum. Y'all think I don't remember anything or learn anything? I remember this. They had weird packaging there. How weird? In this triangular, pinched at opposing sides. So you'll notice that this one is pinched from the vertical, and then the other side is pinched horizontally, which creates this funky, like, texture to this. I saw a lot in the wax paper packaging, the cartons in the museum as well. It looked like that, and it stood out to me. That and that haunted mask.
What?
Don't. It's horrible.
Wow. Tired.
Anyway, I think it's Icelandic. I'm gonna put it in Iceland.
You want something you're gonna like or probably not like?
I don't know. I don't know anymore.
You bought it all.
I know. Supporting local business. All right, cat. Cat, there's no cats in Iceland. We've already figured that out.
We'll perform
It looks like
the
licorice.
classic loop.
Sorry, I was a little eager. So, looks like licorice. It's Jolflar filter
On this,
lakris med
new
kraft med
desert
chili
area.
salmia kud. Verud sterk. What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck?
Yeah, we'll get that.
That is the
Then we'll
single
cross into the
saltiest
village.
thing I have ever eaten. I'm not joking. Something, I don't know if that's just salt, but it like was really hitting the salt receptors. I love salt. I'm just saying that to get a baseline of how salty this tasted and how shockingly salty. And let me tell you how much salt I eat. When I go to the movie theater, I ask them to put the flavicol that they have, the orange salt that they have, into a separate cup so I can dip my popcorn individually into that cup of salt. This is saltier than that. And that's literally just salt. Well, and some flavor chemicals. Amy, just be careful. No. She's going like this. I know, right? That.
How is that possible?
I don't know, right? It's the saltiest thing I've ever tasted. I know.
No, you could grind a salt shaker into my mouth and it wouldn't be that bad.
Exactly. You can eat literal salt, which I do. I
How
did.
did you eat a whole piece of that? Oh my god.
How'd you eat a whole bag of this? You could grind salt into your palm, a thing I do regularly, and lick it straight. It would not be as salty as that. It's not just the coating, it's the filling as well, is also extremely salty, and again, ammonium chloride, which is, it's a salt. Sodium chloride is a salt, potassium chloride is a salt, ammonium chloride is probably what that is, which is a different type of salt. Salt refers to many different things. I hope that's good for me. Icelandic, for sure. Oh, is this bubble gum? It's a palate cleanser. Thank you so much, Amy, for balancing it all out. because this is what I need right now. Is this just liquid gum? What's going on there?
No safety seal?
A safety seal. No, actually, that is concerning. Actually, it didn't even twist off. This just... This was in a candy shop that a lot of people go in and out of. And I'm not saying like there's something horrible put in here, but the fact that this was not sealed, kind of leaking, and
Alright. That's... Was it worth it?
Was it two different?
Hell no.
I'm not gonna eat
It was not.
this for reasons of food safety. There's a very specific reason why food is, in sealed containers and bags and stuff like that. And it's for both. I'm also not going to eat it because all this is making me think is this is a tube of pre-chewed gum. And maybe this was sealed. There's something in here that says twist, and maybe that is the seal, and it looks like that. But I don't know that I twisted it. I didn't hear any clicks. I didn't hear any breaking plastic. I don't trust that. And I try not to eat things I don't trust. Not too often. This is definitely not Icelandic. No palate cleanser for me. It's fine. Risa Buparistur. So, yeah, it's proudly made in Iceland.
Don't shoot up.
That could just be a marketing thing. It looks like a candy bar. Just a regular little chocolate bar. Probably has some wafer kind of crisps inside. Please be a wafer crisps. Please. No, it's like some nougat. Caramel. No, it's not. It's licorice. No. Now there's some kind of nougaty caramel in there. But there's also licorice. There's three things in here. Because like a three's all over it. Chocolate, caramel, and licorice. Proudly made in Iceland. Mm-hmm.
Good for them, I guess.
I'm afraid because it looks a lot like these, but it might not be. Can't judge a book by its cover, and that's what that cover looks like. You want to know what it is? Do you really want to know what it is? Write in the comments if you think you know what this is.
That's a desert temple over there.
No, it's candy coated licorice. It's actually pretty okay. I like it. But it's just like so much licorice. I don't mind this. This is pretty good. I know I didn't give a rating for all these, but you can make up your own rating, and then I can tell you how wrong you were when you guessed it. I don't know, not bad. If I was in a mood for a lot of licorice, go to Iceland. I know I said that one wasn't Icelandic. I'm also gonna say that this one is not Icelandic. Just because I already hedged my bet with the split vote on the other thing. Oh boy, it's the same company. So these are Turkish pepper, hot and sour. Again, that said hot. All right. And
Take
it
your
wasn't
bets.
hot. I don't even know what it was. This says sour. I don't know what that means, but they got a flame on them and they look a lot like these. These are the new ones. This is the dark one. Same shape, different colors.
Oh. Finally. I'm free. You're coming with me, big guy. Oh. Alright, let's check stats. Distance, because distance sprinted 15 kilometers. Distance walked underwater. Where's just distance? Crouched 99 meters, fallen 3 kilometers, sprinted 15 kilometers. Oh, 41 kilometers. Where's distance? Alright, so overall, because all we did when we joined the world was kind of disappointed. I thought it would take a little bit longer, but it very well could have. So, flown, we have 34.78. I think that's fallen, but yeah, we will not. Sprinted versus flown. I think sprinted's the ground, so. But we would have been in the air for quite a while, so that's 15.49. That's 5 kilometers swam. That is 3 kilometers walked. 1 kilometer walked on water. Underwater, that's 2 kilometers roughly. That's 41 kilometers. Totaling up to, plus the 2. 104 kilometers. Oh yeah, the timer. Please. Please, stop. Stop. There we go. There we go. Oh, that makes me happy. Let's put this back here for a screenshot. Alright. Well, I'm gonna go now. We'll see you all next time I stream. Kind of expected to be streaming longer, to be honest. Alright, bye.